In this video, we're diving into PHP's date and time functionalities, specifically focusing on calculations and operations. We'll explore how to manipulate dates, calculate durations, and handle time zones, all essential skills for web development. We will be covering topics like date arithmetic, which involves adding, subtracting, and calculating differences between dates. And also time zone handling, which is about managing time zones and converting between different time zones. Let's begin with an overview of the datetime class, which is a fundamental part of working with dates and times in PHP. This class provides an object-oriented way to represent and manipulate dates and times. On the left, you can see a code snippet. First, we create a datetime object called now to represent the current date and time using new datetime. Then we create another object named specific to represent a particular date, June 15, 2024, also using new datetime. Finally, we display the current date and time with a specific format, that is year, month, day, hours, minutes, and seconds. The key features of the datetime class are mentioned on the right. Firstly, it is an object-oriented approach. Secondly, it has immutable operations, meaning original datetime objects are not modified by default. Next, it has time zone support. Also, date arithmetic methods like adding or subtracting days are present. Lastly, it has flexible formatting using the format method. Now let's look at how to add time to dates using the add method. The add method allows you to modify a datetime object by adding a specific interval. On the code snippet shown on the left, we start with the datetime object representing June 15, 2024, assigned to the variable date. Next, we add 1 week to the date using the add method and a date interval of P1W, which stands for 1 week. After that, we add 3 days and 2 hours using P3DT2H. Finally, we output the modified date. On the right, there are some date interval formats. P1Y will add 1 year. P3M will add 3 months. P2W will add 2 weeks. PT5H30M will add 5 hours and 30 minutes. In this slide, we'll see how to subtract time from dates using the submethod, which is the counterpart to the add method. The submethod allows you to subtract a specific interval from a datetime object. Looking at the code snippet, a datetime object is created for June 15, 2024, assigned to the variable date. We then subtract 2 months using sub and a date interval of P2M. Next, we subtract 5 days using P5D. Finally, we output the modified date. Key points to remember are: the submethod modifies the original datetime object directly. Also, always use date interval objects for consistent results when working with date differences. Next, let's see how to calculate the difference between two dates using the diff method. The diff method returns a date interval object, which represents the difference between two datetime objects. In the code snippet, two datetime objects, date 1 and date 2, are created, representing January 1, 2024 and June 15, 2024 respectively. Then we calculate the difference between the two dates using the diff method and assign the result to the variable diff. The total number of days between the two dates are displayed using diff days. Similarly, the number of months is displayed using diff-m. Some of the useful properties of the date interval object that are shown on the right are days, which is the total days difference. Next, y is the years component. Then m, which is the months component. And finally, d, which is the days component. Now let's explore how to work with time zones in PHP. Handling time zones correctly is crucial for applications that serve users in different geographical locations. In the code snippet on the left, we first create two date time zone objects, UTC and America/New York. Then we create a datetime object with the current time, specifying the UTC time zone. After that, we convert the date and time to the America/New York time zone using the setTimeZone method. Common time zones are shown on the right. There is Coordinated Universal Time, that is UTC. Next, Eastern Time Zone, that is America/New York. Then Greenwich Mean Time, that is Europe/London. And lastly, Japan Standard Time, that is Asia/Tokyo. In this slide, we'll delve into how to convert between time zones in PHP using the setTimeZone method. Converting between time zones ensures that your application displays the correct time to users, regardless of their location. Starting with the code snippet, we create a datetime object with a specific date and time, June 15, 2024, 12 p.m., and set its time zone to UTC. Next, we convert the time zone to America/Los Angeles using the setTimeZone method with a new datetime_zone object. Finally, we display the converted date and time. The conversion process on the right involves creating a datetime object with the original time zone as the first step. The second step involves using the setTimeZone method with the target time zone. As the last step, the time automatically adjusts to the new zone. Let's explore some practical examples of using PHP's date and time functions in real-world scenarios. Looking at the code snippet, we can create an age calculator. First, we create a datetime object representing a birth date, May 15, 1990, and assign it to the variable birth. Then we create another datetime object representing the current date and time, and assign it to the variable today. Next, we calculate the difference between the birth date and the current date using the diff method, storing the result in the age variable. After that, we display the age in years using AgeY. To calculate the next birthday, we add 1 year to the birth date using the add method and a date interval object. This is only one of the common use cases of date and time. Some other use cases are event scheduling to calculate meeting times across time zones. Next, subscription billing to add monthly or yearly intervals to dates. Also, age verification to calculate user age from birth date. And lastly, deadline tracking to count days remaining until due date. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.